Yeah, this is made in response to the video that Jiu-Jitsu is the best answer for self-defense on the street, or another video along the same line. 5 good reasons why you want to use Jiu-Jitsu or go to the ground in street defense. Another one along the same line, kind of mocking certain techniques that other martial arts uses. The first thing I would say right out of the gate, this is me personally, I'm not going to intentionally mock somebody else's martial art that I don't know. If I haven't studied their martial art, I don't have any right to mock their martial art. But on the same token, okay, there's nothing wrong with critiquing techniques. So let's talk about critiquing some techniques. First off, I want to show you something in case, and I'm going to be a little sarcastic here, just for the sake of specifically one of my friends. I want to show you something. I'm not going to take the camera off the pod. I'm just going to point the camera down. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what this is here, but this is called concrete. Yeah. Also known sometimes as cement, whether or not it has gravel in it. But this, I think, is either concrete or cement. It's not a padded floor, okay? It's not a nice little cushy, soft pad. It's concrete. I don't know if you've ever had a lot of experiences with concrete. I have. I've got some scars right around in here where my little head bounced off the concrete about, I guess, probably about 30 years ago. No, longer than that. Maybe 32 years ago, 35 years ago. A long time ago. Even before I started my martial art training. I've been training in martial arts. I'll be, in just a matter of days, in 5 days, I'll be 47 years old. My formal training in martial arts started when I was 17, so I've been training in martial arts for 30 years. Still a student. I would always tell folks that I'm not an expert in any such a way. I am a student. But I do want to point out some ideas that when you go to the ground here, it's not going to be a little comfy, happy place. I'd also like you to look around. There is no fence here. There is no octagon. There's a concrete wall with barbed wire over it and a banana plant on the other side because I'm shooting from Southeast Asia right now. There's no referee here also. There's no one to stop the fight in the event that there was a clinch and or in the event that the action was a little too slow, we could stop the fight and break apart and reset. So this is going to be a little bit closer to reality training. I'm going to have my assistant come in and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the errors I saw in some of that video. I really didn't like the video because I just thought it was foolish. You know, one of the things the guy does, that's good right there, is he puts his guy hand up and he goes, oh, see, look, now the eye gouge doesn't work out here. Well, that's a misunderstanding of range, because come ahead and come on in, because look right here, the eye gouge does work just fine. Go ahead and put your hands on me anywhere, it doesn't matter. See, the eye gouge does work just fine right here. So that is just thank you, you can step out. It does show that on the part of some jiu-jitsu guys is a misunderstanding or a misappropriation of range. Because in the jiu-jitsu realm, in the grappling realm, there's only one range. It's grappling range. Let me kind of go back to some Jeet Kune Do days for some of you. There's more than one range of combat. The first range of combat will be the longest extension of my foot. That'll be kicking range. That's usually where I want to fight my enemy is at the longest extension of my foot. So I want to fight him there. Why? It's just like having a rifle. If I had a rifle with a bayonet fixed on the end of it, I know if I poke the guy with that bayonet, it's going to kill him. But if he's 500 meters away, why would I put my bayonet on my rifle, charge 500 meters in order to get that bayonet in his heart? That one sure technique, when I can engage him with my rifle. It's the same way with combat. I'm going to start the combat. It doesn't start here. It starts out here. It starts usually with jawing. So if I can, I'm going to keep him at the longest range, okay? Generally, I won't be able to. Usually, it's going to start here. And it's usually going to start with some So it kind of does the So the minute he does the I'm doing this. Whoa, buddy. Stay right here. Whoa, what's going on, man? So I'm just going to take a step back. Whoa. Hold on, pal. I want to be your friend. Let's go get a hot dog. If he continues into the range, hands up, like you're going to do something. The minute he gets here, it's on. I'm not waiting for him to get any closer. He's already entered into my space. He's already came through the first range of combat. He's came through kicking range, and I let him through that because I didn't understand what was going on. So when he gets to here, it's on. Go ahead and put your hands up. Yeah, just take a little step back. A little step back. Good. When he makes contact with my hands, it's on. So whatever he's going to do, I'm not going to let him do it from here. We're in combat now. So let's go ahead and take a step back. Now I want you to walk up on me like you're going to do something. See how he comes up right there? I'm not going to let him get there. Go ahead again. Take the step in. I'm going to control the range. I've got my hands on his hands automatically. Now then, depending on your martial art prowess, whatever that is, you would do something from here. You wouldn't stay in that range. The second, so we have, again, we have kicking range, we have boxing range, which is where we're at here. Now we have the third range. Go ahead. This range. Look at what happened. I can't punch him with my fist. I can use some iron palm. The next range is what? Go ahead and grab my head. The next range is where you guys, the grapplers, this is takedown range. This is where we're going to start wrestling. So for him to get me to this range here, he's got to go through my feet, he's got to go through my hands, and he's got to go through what we call in Jeet Kune Do, go ahead, trapping range, or what I'm going to call here is an infighting range. In this range here, I have many effective weapons. I do have eye gouges. I do have headbutts. I do have elbows, and I do have knees. So I'm not going to let him just walk in there and put his arms around my waist. So let's go ahead and take a step back. I want you to real slow, take another step back, just for a thank you. I want him to real slow just come in like he's going to shoot into my waist, and we're going to take a step back so you can see what I would do here. And notice at this point right here, I may decide to preempt the fight. I may decide not to let it go any further. I may decide to engage at kicking range, depending on what I'm perceiving. If he comes on in and let's say he does the bum rush nice and slow, all right, freeze. See what he just did? Before I can get my hands up, he's here. That doesn't mean I'm out of the fight by any stretch of the imagination. It may go to the ground, it may not, depending on what I do at this range. Let's go ahead and step in. There's a few things I still can do. I've still got knees, I've still got elbows, I've still got headbutts, and with his head here, if I can control his head, I can control where he goes. So I'm going to control the head. I'm not going to let him take me to the ground. What I'm going to do now is pause the video, and we're going to go to the ground. I want to show you just some possible responses.